Guys, welcome to a little video I decided to do where today I'm going to be ranking the Showa era of Godzilla movies. Wait, not ranking. Just reviewing all of them. Not ranking, sorry. But, yeah, I'm going to be reviewing all of them in order. So, am I going to do this with the other eras? Yes, I am. I'm going to do the Heisei tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, and the Millennium Era tomorrow, and then the Reiwa Era and Monsterverse later down next week or something. But for now, let's start with the classic Godzilla movie. So let's get started. The original Gojira is obviously the best out of the Showa. This movie is a masterpiece, to be honest, for a Godzilla movie. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. This is a masterpiece movie, don't get me wrong. But I do have one problem with it. It's that it is a bit slow at some points. It's like the movie could have been a little better paced, in my opinion. But this movie is still a masterpiece. So, really, what hasn't been said already? Human characters are great. Godzilla's great. The tone is dark and great. Everything about this movie's great, except for the pacing, though. But still a masterpiece. Godzilla Raids Again is the first ever monster battle that has ever been put to screen. At least I think so. Well, the first the first Godzilla fight. And I don't really like it, to be honest. One thing that fans have been saying that this movie fails in is the pacing. I agree. This movie's boring as this movie's so boring. I mean, like, just skip to the fight and then you're done with this movie. It's skippable. But I will admit, it does have some good sorry for that long pause I had to do. I was thinking, but okay, actually, it had a good symbolism. There we go. Like, I think it's the Russian versus the Japanese. I think it excels in that, but other than that, it's pretty boring. King Kong vs. Godzilla is a classic. One of my favorites from the Showa era. This is an extremely fun movie, if I'm being honest. I like the Godzilla suit. A lot of people don't like it. I do like it. I think if you look at him from the side, he looks good. The front, derp, but other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Kong suit, though, ugh. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good movie. Mothra versus Godzilla is a really good Godzilla movie. But if I am going to be honest, there are a few parts that, in my opinion, don't really work. It is a good movie, don't get me wrong, but I'd have to go deep to really express how the stuff that does work and stuff that doesn't work in this movie. I might do a separate review, but still though, still a good movie. Hedorah the three-headed monster. Oh yeah, this movie's awesome. If this was the first this is the first 3-0 team up of a Godzilla and monster movie team ups in general. This was the first movie to do it. And I'm gonna be honest, it's really good. The human story I think it's pretty good, to be honest. And the monsters are always great. However, the Godzilla and Rodan suit don't look amazing. Luckily, those would be fixed in the later Showa era movies. Invasion of the Astro Monster. This is, I think, in my opinion, I think this is where the Showa era got to its downfall. The pacing in this movie is pretty bad. Sorry guys, my dad just came in. But anyways, and And I will admit, the Ghidorah suit was starting to fall apart. I mean, it wasn't fully, but you could see that its movements were a little weird. However, I do think this movie's slightly overrated. But really, other than that, it's a pretty good movie. I think it's an alright Godzilla movie. Ah, yes, the movie that would start the downfall for the Showa era. Ibara, Horror of the Deep. I'm gonna be honest here, this movie's also boring. Nothing happens in the first half. It's just Godzilla sleeping and Ibara appearing once in a while. And Mothra, you could completely get rid of her from the movie and nothing would change. And plus, I don't understand the American title. Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. Isn't he the sea monster? Isn't Godzilla? Alright, yeah. Son of Godzilla. Alright, let's just get this one over with. I don't like it. I will admit, it does have a pretty fun plot and human story, but the Godzilla in Manila suits, Manila. Terrible. Alright, this movie would later proceed. This Alien Expedition ripoff movie. Alright, I'll explain my thoughts on it in a later video. Oh, Godzilla's Revenge. I don't even want to talk about it. This movie again. Alright, where do I start? First of all, all you need to know is that I think this movie sucks. So, yeah, this movie's pretty overrated. Everyone says it's underrated. I disagree. This is so overrated. It's boring. Nothing happens. Godzilla waves his arms at Hedorah. Hedorah waved his arms at Godzilla. The end. End of the fight. The end. Godzilla vs. Gigan is one of the most underrated Godzilla movies in my opinion. Finally, the Showa era is getting back on track. It has a fun human plot and fun human story, and Anguirus is as cute as ever. And Gigan is a great new addition to the Godzilla universe. Yes, I am biased because he is my favorite. And Ghidorah coming back is a return. And yes, some fans don't like it because of the stock footage, but hey, who cares about stock footage? The only movie that didn't do it right is Son of Godzilla. All Monsters Attack. So, yeah. Gorgo and Superman. Alright. Gorgo and Superman, or Godzilla vs. Megalon, as its American title, is a pretty bad movie, don't get me wrong. But it is also extremely fun. And if you can't already guess, I'm building Megalon later. So, I guess I'll be building Jet Jaguar, so yeah, this movie's pretty fun. Ah, yes, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, 1974, my favorite of the Showa era. Not the best, in my opinion, but it is my favorite. It is probably, in my opinion, the most fun Showa era movie. Most fun Showa era movie. I love the fights in the movie. King Caesar is a well done addition. And I do like the human story in this movie. I think it's very good. And of course, Mechagodzilla is awesome. He's my favorite Mechagodzilla. Hashtag justice for my boy, Anguirus. Terror of Mechagodzilla. A pretty underrated Godzilla, in my opinion. I don't think it's the downright best Godzilla. However, I will admit, I do think, in my opinion, this movie, aside from Shin Godzilla and the Return of Godzilla, is the closest Godzilla movie we have to the dark tone of the original Gojira. So, yeah, it's pretty safe to say I really do like this movie. Or maybe I'm biased because this was one of the first Godzilla movies I ever saw. So yeah, that's it for the Showa era of Godzilla movies. I'm gonna be honest, this is probably my second to least favorite. Okay, my third to least favorite. But I still think it has its highlights. So yeah, stay tuned for the Heisei era. Oh boy, can't wait to talk about